coming up, why time could be up for many of the traditional animal adventures on holiday, from safaris to swimming with dolphins.
I was certainly angry because I felt we'd been taken for a ride in terms of the description. We were told pretty much that, well, the dolphins were in water, so they were in their natural habitat.
And forget timeshare. There's a new kid on the holiday investment block, but will your money get you anything in return?
I'm not a hardcore investor. I'm just a humble family guy trying to do what's right for his family. And yeah, I feel conned. I feel I've been ripped off.
We've heard from other viewers who've run into problems with fractional investments that they made with Barrasford Bird. Dexter Jeffrey was looking for somewhere to invest money left over from the sale of a property in London. When he came across an opportunity to buy fractions in a deluxe resort and spa in South Wales, he thought it looked just the job.
The hotel looked like it was fully functioning. It looked extremely professional. It looked like everything an investor would want to tie his money up in. It looked safe and secure.
The Corran Resort and Spa near Carmarthen has been running successfully for some years. But back in 2013, there was a plan to extend the site by building 28 new luxury suites, with a view to developing the site even further in the future. Dexter decided to invest the entire £34,000 profit from the sale of his London home in 2 fractions of a room in the new development. Though he planned to make full use of the opportunity of staying there, the big draw was the promised annual return of 10%. Not to mention the security of knowing that after 3 years he could sell his fractions back to the company for a guaranteed 150% of his original investment.
I was sent a welcome letter saying, congratulations, you've completed. You know, I thought I owned fractions in a hotel. I thought, hey, I've done it.
Dexter felt confident with his purchase, especially as the returns quickly started to roll in.
It was a great relief while this money was coming in, because I knew I could meet my mortgage repayments. It seemed like a dream investment. Some would say too good to be true.
And I'm afraid so it proved. Because in January 2016, things started to go wrong. First, Dexter was told there would be a delay in paying returns. Then he received a letter saying planning consent had been turned down for the final phase of the development, which led to funding problems for the entire project.
I was angry, to be honest with you. When I found out that all 3 phases had to be completed for this investment to thrive and actually work, then I was shocked. Then the worry set in. The reality of the whole situation set in for me, of how problematic this is going to be.
While Dexter's conversations had all originally been with Barrasford Bird, the hotel was owned and run by 2 entirely separate companies. In October 2016, these 2 companies went into liquidation, leaving the investors with nothing. Of the £19 million ploughed into the venture, only £2 million had been reportedly paid out in returns.
I was just gutted, simple as that. I'd invested £34,000 of my family's money. I'd managed to get 2 years' worth of returns back, around about £7,000, and I was out of pocket for around about £27,000.
Dexter approached Barrasford Bird on several occasions to try to get some answers about the promises that he'd been made when they sold him the fractions, but he got nowhere.
I'm not a hardcore investor. I'm just a humble family guy trying to do what's right for his family, trying to provide for a future, and yeah, I feel conned. I feel I've been ripped off.
As Barrasford Bird has since ceased trading, we spoke to the UK-based sales company that's now responsible for marketing the chateau in France that Raja invested in. It spoke to the French developer on our behalf, and we're pleased to say that Raja has now been given a full refund. That sales company told us that fractional ownership is a tried and trusted form of holiday property ownership, but pointed out that this type of investment is not for everyone. It added that, as with any form of property ownership, there are risks, so anyone considering it should seek independent legal advice before proceeding. As for Dexter's investment, the sales company has no connection with the hotel he invested in, so wasn't in a position to comment, and the hotel itself is now under new ownership. But financial advisor Chris Bryan says fractional investments can be extremely risky and should come with a financial health warning.
These schemes are rarely suitable for ordinary people like you and me. These are schemes where you can lose all your money. They're not regulated. They're not protected by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. You can't go to the Financial Ombudsman. You have no recourse if this doesn't turn out as you expect.
And Chris says the level of promised rewards with some of these schemes should put potential investors on red alert.
When you look at the promotional material for these fractional investment schemes, they have one thing in common. They're often offering very high returns, guarantees, promises of a buyback, and in our experience, again, they never materialise. Why is something promising such high returns? Why is it promising a buyback? And how are these going to operate? That should ring alarm bells.
His advice for anyone offered a fractional investment opportunity? Simply walk away.
All fractional investment schemes, based on our experience, should be avoided by ordinary people. If you are looking at an investment and you cannot afford to lose that money, you should not invest in a fractional investment scheme. Only invest in something that's regulated, something that's covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, and something that's covered by the Financial Ombudsman Scheme. Only deal with regulated firms, and that's the best way to keep your money safe.
While it's a huge relief for Raja that she's finally had the rest of her investment back, Dexter has been left counting the cost of losing a very hefty sum of money as well as a holiday bolt hole.
It's bad enough not even having the opportunity to have the hotel breaks, but when someone's waltzed off with your money too, your hard-earned money too, it's just gutting, absolute gutting.
You feeling ripped off when it comes to your holidays, and you came back to us with a catalogue of travel disasters.
You get there and it's not 4, 5 star, it's more like 2, 3 star.
When someone's waltzed off with your money, your hard-earned money, it's just gutting, absolute gutting.
Whether it's a deliberate rip-off, a simple mistake, or a catch in the small print, we'll find out why you're out of pocket and what you can do about it.
Your stories, your money. This is Rip Off Britain.